Olodo Uprising. Olodo Uprising. Olodo Uprising. So the question is, what is Olodo Uprising? So Olodo Uprising is now a term that is being talked about in social media in Nigeria. And this term was actually propagated by our one and only YC. So Olodo Uprising is a term that has been sparking the internet for a while now. And this term was actually brought about by Mr. YC on the podcast show Afropolitan. YC in this podcast argued about how Nigerians tend to applaud ignorance over education and how the system has failed so bad to the extent that now look up to people that are not even what's the standards when it comes to education and when it comes to knowledge. We now make people that don't have the standards, don't have the educational knowledge in whatever field they are, to be our mentors, to be people we look up to be people that we position in high places. And the question is this true? Pella was dragged into this topic or this term, Olodo uprising, in the sense that he was used as an example. But let's move further away from that. Olodo uprising is actually going on in Nigeria. It's not a lie. Many people regard illiteracy due to poverty, and I'm not going to blame we Nigerians because I'm going to blame the system. I'm going to blame the system actually. You see people going to schools, coming out of schools, and they're not doing better. Everything is not going well. And when the educational system is failing, what do you expect them to do? So at this moment, it's not just about complaining about Olodo uprising and saying, yeah, we're going through Olodo uprising, we're doing this. Olodo uprising is now the talk of the town. Complaining here and there. What effort are you making as an individual to help Nigerians conquer this Olodo uprising of a thing? It's not the fault of Nigerians. Somehow it is, but somehow it's not. When we start to regard those with educational qualifications, I feel Nigerians will be able to eradicate what we call Olodo uprising. And aside that, if you start to reward people for meeting such great feats in educational system, apart from saying the system, we are the one who voted for those people in power. So whatever way you see they are ruling us, whatever term you see that is coming and arising, Olodo uprising here and there, we brought it upon ourselves actually. We brought it upon ourselves. If we start to applaud good deeds and not corruption, I think we Nigerians will be able to eradicate Olodo uprising. So it's not about complaining Olodo uprising because every on my FYP, Olodo uprising, Olodo uprising. What are you doing to stop Olodo uprising? You will see a child begging in the streets. That's an out of school child. You know that. But what are you doing? You just give the child food, showing us that yes, you're giving the child food. Are you taking that child to school? Are you at least sponsoring the child education? That's a way to eradicate Olodo uprising if you don't know. So it's not about complaining. What have you done to a child outside? The poverty level is actually the result for all these things. You see people earning that don't have much knowledge and intellectual skills. You can't blame them. They have seen people that have come out of school and come out with nothing. So they actually discourage. There are people before that look up to, oh, I can't wait to go to school. I can't wait. But based on the country and everything, so it's not about complaining, as I said. It's what are you doing to solve this? So we can't just continue talking about the problem. Are we making any solutions? Even though it's small, even though it's a menial one, what are you doing to stop Olodo uprising? And it's not about bringing up an example and agreeing that yes, there are content creators that, oh, we are actually appraising to, yeah, and also we as citizens, we should try to also listen to content that will add to our knowledge. I don't want to be getting a load of pricing if you don't have a solution. If you're going to be talking about a load of pricing, please talk about a solution. Stop using examples over and over again. Yeah, we know there are people that are up there. They are not meant to be up there. And please, if we've lifted you up with our data and everything, try and lift others up too. We rise by lifting others. Thank you. And if we're able to lift others, I, there's definitely 100%. I'm definitely 100% sure that this Olodo uprising of a term will be out. If not completely out, at least there will be a change. So if you're capable as a citizen that love Nigeria so much, that just reminds me. Omo, I've started selling akara. Oh. I started selling akara. So that aside also, you heard our first lady speak. She said, as a woman, start doing something, selling akara. So now that I've graduated, no, when I graduate actually, and even before I graduate, I have to start selling akara. Akara will help me. But anyways, that aside, please, it's not. I've been seeing a lot of videos about people generating AI of them selling akara, selling kuli kuli here and there. Please, don't take it too seriously. But anyways, your vote counts. That's all I can say. There is nothing that other people have not said that Nigeria will not see yet. Let's see how it goes in 2027. That's all I can say. And thank you very much for watching. This video is so chaotic, but anyways, have a nice day and no to Olodo Uprising. But the solution remains in your hands. We don't have to wait for the government to do something. You can do something. You can do something and I can do something. Thank you very much for watching. I remain Down Butterfly Girl Speaks, aka Annie Roots. So don't forget to like, follow, and share. Please also try to consume content that are relevant. Like my content is actually relevant. Thank you. I love you.